Follow Fat Finger Gaming as we revisit and expand the 2014 College Football Playoff into an absurd 32-team tournament. Welcome to the first round action of the 2014 College Football Playoffs. This is Central Region action, Florida State versus Utah. The winner will be heading to the Outback Bowl. They will face the winner of UCLA Auburn, which actually is intriguing. If Auburn upsets UCLA and Florida State does what they should do here and triumphs over Utah, you will see a matchup of last year's, 2013 championship. All right, so Jameis Winston, Florida State Seminoles take the field against Utah on their first drive. The good news about Jameson is the fact that the Rose Bowl, the panic, slip, throw the ball backwards Rose Bowl has not happened. So he can actually attempt, in this alternative reality, in this digital world, he can attempt to not have that happen again. Bad news for Florida State is in order to get to the national semifinals, of course, they have to make it through the Central Region. So they're going to have to win a couple more games to actually get to where they got to in real life. Even better news for Florida State, the roster that I downloaded was made before the 2014 season, which means this Florida State team is pretty stacked. They did go undefeated in the regular season, don't get me wrong, and they did look pretty bad against Oregon. But if you look at the NFL draft, a lot of teams drafted a lot of talent out of Florida State, so I don't know. I don't know. I sort of wondered in that Rose Bowl. I sort of wondered in that Rose Bowl whether or not it was a factor of Florida State being shown that they were just local and playing up against, ACC talent, versus just the fact that they just had a bad game. But not that I was upset watching Florida State, or actually I didn't care who won in that game, but.
That's a great tackle at the 27.
Anyways, there's Nick O'Leary right there, 60-yard catch. It's going to be first down. Looks like Florida State is moving the ball on their first drive. Nick O'Leary went in the 6th round to my Buffalo Bills, so that ought to be interesting. Buffalo drafted a lot of Florida State teams.
Herbie, we got a guy down.
Oh!
This play is number 8 on the drive.
And that's going to be a little bit of an issue there because he looked pretty hurt. Taking a little talent away from Jameis Winston. That's one of those things about a 32-team playoff that really becomes a problem is injuries. You can lose a lot of talent. And speaking of Buffalo Bill draft pick, there you go, Carlos Wilson, another Buffalo Bill draft pick.
Here's play number 10 on the drive.
But in a 32-team playoff, you could definitely lose a lot of talent, and the more that each round you play, the harder the team's going to be, the rougher the team's going to be. So that lack of talent really, that injury really is going to hurt. And could drastically change the matchups towards the end. Winston throws into the end zone. He's got him. Oh, Christian Green in the end zone, going up for the catch, and Florida State gets on the board first. Take another look at this from another vantage point. And there's Winston with a guy in his face just going to throw it up, and dude's just going to jump up and take it away from the defender. Going to focus right here on Green during this play. He's going to get into the end zone, basically box out, put his defender on the hip, big jump, big play, big catch, and can't even bring him down after he catches the ball. This might be a mismatch that is going to be exploited throughout the day.
Execution. If you're the defense, you've got to do.
All right, Wilson's got a mild concussion. He'll be back. I didn't even see that. I think a mild concussion means you're out for the game. He'll be back in the second round. So Florida State has decided to go right down the field, score a touchdown, as they should. This is a 1 versus 8. Don't mind the seeds at the bottom of the screen, please. I could have edited those, but
He's to the 40.
Oh my Lord! Hello, look at this. Travis Wilson takes about 10 Florida State players with him.
Again, give this offense some
For a nice first play of the game. One man misses, but here comes just the amount of Florida State dudes that cannot bring him down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another man. 6, 7. Finally, just absolute pile on. Good start to this one for Utah. See if they can keep it up.
So we'll have first and 15.
We got a false start. It's going to be 1st and 15 here for Utah. Another quarterback read, another run. This time the first man brings him down.
For about 7 yards.
2nd and 8. So
5 guys will be out.
Utah's got some talent on their team. That's for sure. They're definitely the best 8th seed in this playoff. So that
He's under some heat. Looks for the tight end, but they
Oh man!
overthrew it a little too much.
That'll come in time. Just
Had his man for the first down, just overthrew it. Travis Wilson, I guess, should have been just sticking with the run, right? So Utah's got some talent. They're gonna wind up having to either settle. Oh, he still wasn't down. Utah's got some talent. Definitely the most talented 8 seed in the playoff, which of course is unfortunate for Florida State. The whole seedings is a little unfortunate just because I went with real world seedings and not what any simulations went with. When we start 2015 season, which will probably be next month, you'll see how I do the simulations, how I do upset alerts and all that fun, and we'll wind up by the end of that season when we get into the 32-team playoff. You will definitely see a huge gap between a number 1 seed versus a number 8 seed. Here's Jameis Winston, throws. Oh my! That is Rashad Green for a 40-yard reception there. Just ran past his guy, man, dove and actually wound up blocking his own player. I don't expect this one to be close. This should be
Florida State is up a score.
an easy scrimmage for Florida State.
He's got an opening. Makes it out to about the 30.
We'll see. Remember, Florida State winner. This goes the Outback Bowl. We'll play UCLA or Auburn. That game has yet to be played. This game's actually the first North Region game. We've gone through a couple games. Definitely so far the best game of the first round had to be Georgia-Boise State.
Quickly to the tailback. Brought down at the 22-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Utah needs to stop this Seminole rush. They're just charging ahead and getting the first down. Fullback was open, not open anymore. Winston waiting, throwing wide open, touchdown. And that once again is going to be Christian Green. That's going to be row for Utah. I forget what his first name is, but that is the 2nd time today that row is going to be burned.
target to cover in the passing game, it usually doesn't matter who's covering him.
Winston with a fake handoff is going to have all day in the pocket. Safety, you can see, rolls over and doesn't bring in the help that Rowe's going to need. Just going to rewind this just a little bit, and this time just focus in. You can see the cutback Look at the top right of your screen. The safety is going to actually roll to the middle of the screen despite nobody being there. Nobody whatsoever. And as he rolls, that's when Green makes the cutback. And the cornerback just can't stay with him at all. And just a beautiful you throw to the open area, and he's got it. A good catch, too, in traffic. Green, that's his second catch for a touch. That is his second touchdown that he's been hit, but he held on to the ball. A good receiver there. You know, it's definitely one of those guys that
Forget about returning this one.
the wide receivers are those are your best friends as quarterback. You just throw it to the opening. Dude catches it, takes a hit, but still holds on to the ball. Nothing more frustrating than watching a good thrown ball get dropped. A well-thrown ball. All you English majors out there corrected me on that one, but, you know, whatever.
Run, and he's brought down.
English isn't my first language anyways. It's gibberish. Gibberish is definitely my first language. Utah moved the ball but did not come up with any points. And there you go. Wide open down the right sidelines.
What a huge
We'll just say Clay. Colleen?
down play.
Maybe? Colleen?
Just inexcusable.
Kayleen? Smoke route ain't going nowhere. So once again, Utah gets to move the ball inside the 35-yard line. Will they get any points out of it, though? Florida State defense a little suspect.
He's knocked out of bounds.
All right.
21.
First down to the 22-yard line. Quarterback read this time to hand off to backup halfback, Bubba Poole. He goes nowhere. Oh,
It's second and 11.
here's the Florida State chant. Little screen sniffed out, breaks one tackle, but at least he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Or maybe he got a yard out of that one. Wilson throws into the end zone. Oh! And Ronald Darby almost picks that up. Another Buffalo Bill pick.
Did it very well by getting a hand in there to break up the play.
It's fourth down. So the kicking team is on the field. They'll try for 3. He gets it up, and it's through the upright.
Utah at least is going to get 3 points out of it. Yay, right? When you're a number 8 seed going up against a number 1 seed, I can tell you right now, those field goals are just painful.
He's to the 20.
Every time you get inside the 35, you need a touchdown.
You can just see that everything's clicking for him. It's looking easy.
Now remember, it's still early.
And let's see what happens here. Florida State has been just charging up the field.
We're on the sideline of what we can do to stop this powerful offense.
Wilson's found a big hole. He's going to get a first down.
7-yard line. First and 10. Ball on the 37.
Utah's got to find a way to stop Florida State. They have to. All right, after this one's heading the direction that you thought it was going to head. Utah has no answer on defense. They at least are moving the ball on offense, but that, just getting the 3 points, it's equivalent to a see you later.
Fires out to his receiver. He's tackled at the 47-yard line.
Kermit, nice. Hi-ho. No, yeah, there you go. Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
It's second down, and they're only about a foot away from picking up the first down.
I can guarantee I wouldn't say that. Well, I would say that the dude, because who cares? But
Quick strike to the receiver, and he's taken down around the 36-yard line.
That's Rashad Green. He was drafted by Jacksonville, the Jacksonville Jaguars. That poor dude. Actually, I don't know what is worse, being a wide receiver drafted by Jacksonville. I know Blake Bortles. I know he's looking good. It's still Jacksonville, and it always will be Jacksonville until Jacksonville shows me something. Yeah, I have that same thought about my Buffalo Bills. Although their defense, their defense is getting tough, which is good. But anyways, it's still Jacksonville. But I don't know what I'd rather. I don't know who I'd rather be. I think I'd rather be drafted as a wide receiver for Jacksonville than be Winston, be drafted by Tampa Bay, be a quarterback for Tampa Bay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what those guys are doing. I mean, they
Gets hit out of bounds.
They had a good season when they won the Super Bowl, but outside of winning the Super Bowl and back in '79 when they went to the NFC Championship, they've just looked pitiful. They look dysfunctional. They look like they don't know what they're doing. And
play action.
I'm an NC State alum, so maybe I'm a little biased here, but why give up on Glennon? He looked good. He looks like he's got the arm. He looks like he could be an NFL quarterback. They gave up on Glennon last year, quickly. It's always interesting to watch. And there's another touchdown. And it's Christian Green again. Christian Green, third touchdown of the day. Wow.
3 in the passing game.
It's really not too crazy. He's just running.
At least he burned the other cornerback this time.
When it comes his way.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. An 8-play, 76-yard.
Speaking of Christian Green,
He's ready to kick it away.
he went undrafted. He actually went undrafted.
This one's going to be down in the
Obviously, in the real world,
It's still,
I don't know. I don't pay attention to Florida State enough to know
this one is teetering on the brink.
why he went undrafted. Wide receivers are dimes a dozen, so he probably shortly after the draft he might have gotten a phone call to try to work out for somebody. But at this point in time, I'm sure he's wishing the digital world was the real world, because 3 touchdown performance in a nationally televised. Stiff arms another man.
Well, I tell you, these guys have some.
And Clay, both Thomas and Clay are throwing around Florida State like they're high school students. Not getting many points on the board above it, but nice play there.
He's on the run.
Wilson's going to run the ball, and he's going to get up past the 20-yard line inside the red zone. All right, they need to punch this in for a touchdown. Their defense is doing nothing. They need to punch this in for a touchdown. That's Bubba, right? Pool. Yep. That's Bubba for an 8-yard run. They are 7 yards away. 6 yards away. Oh, Bubba Poole tries to take her on the outside. The quickness of Florida State has been there for a long time. You're not going to hit the edge against Florida State. In fact, actually, the last bunch of years, Florida State has had a beastly defensive line. And so their quickness on the outside plus the beastly – and there we go. Sorry to interrupt you there, but there you go. Utah State gets in the end zone finally.
They decided to go.
On third down, they needed to do something, and here it is. Drop back, nice pocket, good little wheel route to the halfback, touchdown.
Drive, and they come away with a touchdown. Utah.
The last bunch of years, though, Florida State's had the speed on the outside. The middle of their defense has been absolutely
He's to the 20.
monstrous.
Taken down at the 26-yard line. It was a pretty one-sided.
Their cornerbacks have been suspect.
If things changed in a big way before halftime.
especially tackling. Coverage-wise, they've been pretty good, but tackling, I don't see him as much of a tackler. There's Williams, sorry. Florida State continues their unimpeded march up the field again. I know it was the first play, but still. You get 10 yards on the first down, you're looking at beautiful blocking, huge hole. Wilson's going to get 8 yards on it. I'd take that any day on first down. Tell me as I walk out on the sideline, all right, you can take 2nd and 2 right now instead of 1st and 10. I will take 2nd and 2. Winston throws, nice throw on the sidelines. That's Rashad Green. Jacksonville Jaguar.
It's 1st and 10. Wow! They'll spread the field here. Let's see what the defense does with a 5-wide outlook. Gets rid of it quickly, and that was almost picked. Nice job getting a hand on that one.
Finally!
Good heads-up play.
Finally, Utah makes a play on defense. Could have picked it off, but at least they deflected it. Oh, and Winston overthrows Green. Rashad Green catches that. He is taking that to the house. Oh. 3rd and 10. Can Utah actually stop Florida State? Winston throws. He's going to go deep into the end zone. And Jared Hackett with a catch. How did that ball get through the Utah defender? Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, my. I mean, come on. This is just heartbreaking. There is that ball coming in. Oh, man. The empty air grasp. Oh, that's just heartbreaking for a DB. He had it. He had it. He had it. He just, I don't know. Maybe the Chaos Gods decided it wasn't his turn to intercept the ball. I don't know. That's absolutely heartbreaking. And we're just going to be showing. There's that. Oh. Man. Utah down 28-10. Florida, everything's looking the Seminoles' way right now.
Quarterback got into a nice rhythm and did a good job of picking apart the
good throw, wide open. Who had that man? Touchdown, Utah. And Utah answers right back with a huge play. I want to know who in the world was supposed to be covering him because he is wide open on the sidelines.
The difference in this play. That receiver was so wide open as a quarterback, you just don't want
to. No idea. No idea. I would really like to know what in the world Darby was doing. Let's just focus in on Darby. Oh, there you go. Now, as we look at it this way, look in the backfield, because that's where Darby's looking. Look in the backfield. There's the fake handoff. Darby saying, I'm going to make this tackle. And, oh, crap. There's my man. There's the end zone. There is nobody anywhere around. And the coach is not going to be happy with me.
easy throw.
So we got a nice high-scoring affair here so far. 28-17. Defense is making. Well, I can't say both defenses are making mistakes. Florida State is just dominating Utah. And there's Winston's comparison. Yeah, I'd take Winston out of this game. It's gonna be it'd be a different. It would without a doubt be a different game. But he's in, and he is just absolutely leading Florida State through Utah like a knife through butter. Little smoke route there, Green.
And he's hit immediately.
Can't get anything going.
We've got a 2nd and 9 here. Ball on the 18-yard line.
Oh, going to run an option route, and that is going to go absolutely nowhere. Yeesh. 3rd and 13 for Florida State, Utah. Let's hope they don't. Let's hope they don't get bailed out by another huge third and long. Oh, and he's hit it. He throws the ball. Winston throws the ball just as he gets hit by the defensive end. I have no idea who that is for Utah.
Only to have this defense.
And now Utah gets the ball back, looking to take this thing to within a score. Right before the half, 2 minutes, just under 3 minutes to play in the second quarter.
Clay takes it at the 43. He's tackled at the 50.
Clay can't break many tackles there. Dives up just fine, getting the ball on the 50-yard line. You only got 50 yards to cover to bring this thing to within a score. And you get the ball to start off the second half. That's another big one for Utah. And he's just going to throw the ball out of bounds, which is fine.
From the 50.
Take an incompletion over a forced throw any day. Gun the ball up into the stands, or at least put it somewhere on the sidelines where only your receiver can catch it. Throw a man in his face. He does complete it. One broken tackle down to the 25-yard line. That's Drez Anderson. All right. Utah going to make this a game.
Spread the field with 5 wide.
Oh, man. Another wide open throw. Just not on target for Utah. You got to make those plays. This is one thing that you got to do against a more talented team. You have to make every play you possibly can make. Another little wheel route out of the backfield from McCormick, this time for a 13-yard catch.
Great read and delivered a very nice pass for the first down.
So as bad as Florida State's picking on the DBs, it looks like they're picking on the linebackers as well. Ooh. Terrence Smith comes up and fills that gap. Got burned on the last wheel route. This time he comes up, makes the right play. Quarterback read. It's Wilson. Wilson's going to take it down inside the 10-yard line. Wilson drops back. He's going to run it this time. Linebacker going to come up and hit him, but not till after he gets the first down.
Doesn't seem to have an answer right now. They might.
That right there showcases what I don't like about the programming with the quarterback spy. The minute the quarterback tucks, and that's going to be a wide open touchdown. There we go. Utah, the Utes are going to bring this thing within a score here with 1:50 left to go in the second quarter. Unfortunately, that is a lot of time for Jameis Winston. A lot of time for Jameis Winston. Did I say a lot of time? I meant a lot of time.
The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. Nice kick.
Okay, back to the programming with NCAA football. The minute that quarterback tucks it, that quarterback spy is just got to come up and make the hit. I do remember, I don't know if I don't have this year's Madden, but I do remember a couple years ago, Madden had a very good programming in which if you had a middle linebacker with a high awareness and a spy, he actually would come up and make the hit if the quarterback stepped up, got close to the line of scrimmage. The spy would come up and make the hit, which is just too funny. Just the fact that you have, college game is very into the quarterback running. Oh, Winston gets slammed by the safety.
Their first time out of the half.
Had a blitz on, and Winston gets sacked for 2nd and 18. Anyways, it was just strange for me, is the fact that as college football, you really need to have you really need to focus in on a running quarterback, and you need to figure out how you're going to stop a running quarterback. So your programming, your defensive programming, should center around the decisions of whether the dude's going to run or not. and just how you're smarter guys. I don't mind if a dude with an awareness of 50 or 60 sits on his heels while the quarterback actually comes up and and thinks about running or whatever, instead of closing that gap and getting it and making the quarterback make a decision. The dude just sits back on his heels. I don't mind that for the low awareness guy. But I'm more talking about the high awareness guys. High awareness linebackers are going to come up and meet you. They're going to come up and make sure that you make a decision. Florida State moving the ball pretty good. Oh, Winston tries to get a hold of that. It tries to throw that to the end zone, but will get hit by a defensive end as he's throwing it.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
Utah's starting to get to him. 47 seconds left to go in the event. Oh, speaking of Utah getting them right up the middle on a blitz, and then the defensive end
Up 4.
gets him back. It's going to be a throw right over the middle of the green. That's Rashad Green this time. It's going to set up a 4th and 2. So Florida State, the Seminoles will have to settle for a field goal before halftime.
Catch by the receiver, but the defense topped them both by coming.
And going in only down 7 at halftime. I'm okay with that if I'm Utah. Especially since you get the ball. That's the most important thing, is they're going to get the ball to start off the start of the second half, and they will have a chance to tie right off the bat.
It's up, and he missed it left. No good.
Or they're going to have a chance to take the lead because the kicker can't hit. What was that, 47-yarder?
Well,
Did not expect that one.
You loved our first half.
Youch.
Seminoles in front, 28-24. Welcome back to the action.
All right, so second half starts. Utah gets the ball, and the Utes get a chance to actually take the lead.
This one's going to be
This is the first time all game that they've had a chance to actually
points. One team can't do
take the field and take the lead.
anything right. There's still plenty of time to keep running their offense as usual here. I don't think they need to feel any anxiety about trailing.
Yikes. As I go back to the whole, at least the Rose Bowl panic throw backwards hasn't happened. But the bad news is they got to get there. Well,
That's a gain of 4 on the play.
Florida State's got to get there. Utah trying to stop them from actually getting there. A lot better game than I thought it was going to be.
31.
Call it a gain of 2 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Florida State had a 21-10 lead, had a 14-3 lead, had a 28-17 lead. They had a lead. Actually, I think they had a 28-10 lead, now that I think about it. Yeah, sorry, they had a 28-10 lead not too long ago. Darby goes to look in the backfield, leaves his man wide open.
Just throws this one.
And there's a chuck out of bounds.
From their own 37-yard line. Second down.
I guess the realistic thing there, if Buffalo's picking a defensive back, yeah, that'd be the defensive back they pick. Abandon your responsibility and get caught napping.
And he's level at the 45-yard line.
That's a gain of 18 on the play. First down.
Oh, quick throw, big hit. Wide receiver still hangs on.
That makes it 1st and 10.
And that's Darby again getting beat. 1st and 10 for Utah at the 30-yard line. How?
Across the middle, tight end's got it. And he tackles him.
Sort of reverse of what Florida State has done throughout the regular season, which was, play this lackluster ball and actually get down by 2 or 3 touchdowns before coming out there and dominating. This time they actually came out and dominated. And now, with this quarterback read,
Gets to about the 5.
they are actually
That brings up
sweating a little bit here because they're looking like they might just lose this lead. Another quarterback read, and they will. They're going to throw the ball, the throw to the end zone, back of the end zone. He can't hold on to the ball. Sorry, it's not that he couldn't hold on to the ball. It's the ball is just thrown too far out of bounds. Right back there. I mean, it is right back where you want to put it as a quarterback. Just you need just another foot. You just need to take just a tad bit off of that, and that is right where you need it. And we look. Yeah, we'll look at this. We'll see if they can get it in. 3rd and 1. They're going to focus in on getting the first down. They're going to try to go for the end zone. I'd just do that quarterback read again as far as I'm concerned. They haven't been able to stop it. They're going to throw again. Wilson throws, almost picked off. Almost picked off, and that could have been really, really, really bad.
They'll line up for the field goal, and this is nothing more than a chip shot.
Oh, so.
Start there.
No. No.
False start. Offense.
Oh, false start.
Strong coming out of the hunt.
I thought Florida State was going to give him another shot. Oh, boy. So Utah coming on in there, just make a field goal and put this thing to within 1.
Kicks up, and the field goal is good. Phillips gets set to kick this one away.
So the incompletion, well, that's it's costly. They had the lead. Oh, and that's a beautiful hole up to the 35 for Kermit.
There, and that turned into a pretty good return.
You know, the kick coverage looks very
And that actually was a little nerve-wracking. He had a seam. He had blockers out in front. He got a little,
Back out onto the
get a little bit more on the acceleration. You're good.
nice run up the middle. 2nd and 5 coming up here.
Looks like Florida State probably should stick a little bit on the ground game until they figure out why in the world Utah is just continuing to find gaps in their offensive line to get across the 50-yard line. Actually, now that I think about it, look at that Rose Bowl. Maybe the digital Utah Utes looked at that real-life film and said, all right, we know what we're supposed to do here. Good catch by Green. Stretched out, caught that ball, beautiful.
and just let him make a play. It really shows the trust that the quarterback has.
That was Rashad Green, not Christian Green. Christian Green's having just absolute beautiful game.
This bowl game has had no effect whatsoever on this kid.
Winston, man in his face.
This quarterback has to.
That was just a blitz. That was just a blitz. The offensive line, you can see right there, you got the guard and tackle actually splitting out to take the defensive end while the middle linebacker is left the outside linebacker is left untouched on the blitz.
Looking for another sack in this 2nd down and long situation.
Got to work on your communication there. You cannot let guys come up and oh, Winston's out. I didn't even see that. Winston's out.
Nice catch.
You've got to be kidding me. And the kid was able to come in the first game when Winston was suspended and win the game. Well, he's got to come in again. I'm blanking on his name, so hopefully it gets thrown up here.
Up the middle for a nice game.
Actually, speaking of this kid, it's going to be very interesting. At this point in time, Golson from Notre Dame has actually said that he is transferring. Obviously, I'm not the only one because I read an article, the top 5 schools that Golson's going to transfer to or might transfer to. And my first thought was Florida State. That was my first thought.
Is up one.
Now, whether he does it or not, I mean,
Throws incomplete.
the big thing is, and that's going to be incomplete, so it's going to be 4th and 5, going to be kicking a field goal. Big thing here is the fact that
Team is on the field. They'll try for 3.
is the discipline, the disciplinary actions by Notre Dame, which would have any SEC school
3 points.
would have to file a waiver, and I don't think they'd get that waiver. I really don't think they get that waiver. So the SEC teams are out of the question. There's a couple that actually obviously would like Golson. I think he's a good quarterback. I don't think he's a great quarterback. I think when things start going badly, he doesn't make the smart decisions. He doesn't calm down and just say, all right, how do I not make a bad situation worse? I think he panics. I do think he panics. I don't think I'd want him on my team. Anyways, get back at it. Oh, and that one's going to be picked off. He's at the 30. Are they going to catch him? 10. Yeah, they're going to catch it. He fumbles. He fumbles the ball. Utah's got it back at their own 10-yard line. You've got to be kidding me. Ramsey steps in front of that one, makes an awesome play, and then turns right around and fumble. Oh, he's down. Oh, sugar. This one's going to be one of those ones that EA programming has absolutely no idea how to handle. There's the throw, and there is, I mean, that's great anticipation, great break on the ball, cuts right in front of the tight end, starts taking it. Now here's where the EA Sports, this is where the programming is going to have a problem. As he's running, Wilson's going to throw him to the ground. He still has the ball, still has the ball, still has the ball. Still has the ball down. Now the ball comes way out well after the play. And I do mean well after the play. And it's picked up by Utah. This one's going to be reviewed.
It's first down. The coach wants to challenge this one, so we'll take another look.
I don't know. The last time I remember something this funky happening in my games, I think EA gave the ball. It ruled it wasn't a fumble, and then gave the ball to the offense instead of ruling it wasn't a fumble and giving the ball to the defense. We'll see.
It was apparent that his knee was down before he.
All right, they fixed it. So good, very good, very good. Game isn't. I don't have to put an asterisk in this game. Oh, Winston's a quarterback draw. Jeez. Oh my, the part. Here's a snap, and you just watch as everything parts. The center's going to pick up the safety, and that is the Cleveland Browns. Actually, that's their number. That was a first-round draft pick for the Cleveland Browns. I think that was the. I think that was the draft pick that Buffalo gave them.
Excellent kick.
Was the 19th pick overall. That Cameron Irving,
This one's going to be down.
center for Florida State. Anyways, it was a good play. It was a good play. Good blocking by the offensive line.
This guy is the total.
Caught Utah back on their heels.
Delivering the football. I mean, he knows.
And that's the way. That is definitely the way you take advantage. Oh, jeez.
He just gets rid of it.
Darby was about to jump that thing and take it back. But that's definitely the way you take advantage of turnovers around here.
From their own 25-yard line. Second down.
Midway through the third quarter. Oh, and Darby steps in front of that one and almost takes it back.
Don't need to be sacking the quarterback.
Yeesh.
Passing it.
The panic is now setting in for Utah. Wilson trying to force ones in there, and it's not. Oh man, that's.
But to be fair, that was pretty good.
Yeesh. Wilson actually 50%. I didn't expect that. I thought he was doing better.
Return it.
No, I guess not. I guess he's done a lot on his legs, and then when he's gotten it out there.
And he can't hang on to the ball. And down he
Nice.
goes.
Rashad Green drops the ball, has to pick it up.
Quarterback has to be so happy with what he's seeing from his offense.
All right, so Winston takes the ball over midway through, takes a possession midway through the third quarter. They have a good lead. They can make it a insurmountable lead. You know, if you go into the fourth quarter down,
Second and 12.
well, down 15.
36.
Sorry, down 18. Yeah, that's bad. I'm horrible. Very hard to do. Nice.
Brought down at about the 30.
All right, I am actually going to complete a sentence here, and that is the sentence I'm going to complete. I completed a sentence. It's being like Porky Pig. Blah, 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 blah. Winston throws deep. Got his man. That's Green. That's Christian Green this time. Rashad Green instead of Christian Green. And that's 5 touchdowns for Winston. Just going to look at it again, and Green just absolutely burns his man. That's it. There's no move. There's no double move. There's no looking into the backfield. He just absolutely burns his man.
They line up to kick this one.
All right, 2:27 left to go in the third. And now Florida State has taken control of this one. Definitely taking in control.
I think these coaches love to coach a guy like this, and another great performance by him individually and for this offense.
5 touchdowns on the day, man.
Last drive.
Down 2 possessions.
First pick overall.
To step up to capitalize on this possession.
They give to the tailback. Gains his way to the 36-yard line.
That's a gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Yeah, obviously I should. No reason not to.
He's taken down around the 39-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
So throughout this playoff, especially the first round, for the first round you'll have, if you guys have been watching, you find out there are some games that I won't say a word in, just let it play out. Some games that I will, maybe even do like the majority of the commentating. And some games, like what's going to happen Monday night and Thursday nights. As long as we have a game to play, that is. I will broadcast them on Twitch. And the Twitch broadcast is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be, me talking with the chat about anything while the game goes on. Doesn't really matter what we talk about. We talk about the game. We can talk about the real college football. We can talk about the digital, the digital world that we are watching. Tonight's game, sorry, not tonight. Unfortunately for anybody watching this, I will not get this Florida State game out before tonight's game. I'm actually taping this on Monday. The Monday night game is Michigan State Louisville, so that doesn't really help you too much. But the Thursday night game is actually a choice. It's a choice game in which the community can vote between 4 games. If you go to my monthly update, my 5/8/2015 update, you can see the choices there. The choices I know is Alabama, Louisiana, Lafayette. And also in the comment section, you can actually vote. And we'll be doing. I'll take the comments on Twitch as well. So, anyways, back to your choices. You've got. I know you got Bama and Louisiana Lafayette. I would definitely appreciate it if we did not have that as a Thursday night Twitch game. It's just going to be a blowout. I don't think it doesn't really matter. We can sit back and chill out anyways, talk about anything. I forget what the 4-5. There's a choice of 4. There's a 1-8, 4-5, 3-6, and 2-7 seeds. So you got Alabama and Lafayette. You have, forget what the 4-5 is. The 3-6 is Arizona LSU, which was definitely one of my picks. And dude's wide open again. Absolutely wide open again. No secret here how this happened. Winston just drops back. Dude burns his man, and he just throws it deep. Yeesh. 6 touchdowns on the day. Florida State 52, Utah 27. Jeez. All right, back to your 4 choices, which is, I don't know, taking me about 15 minutes to talk through these 4 choices. So Thursday night game is going to be, it can be your choice. Just write in the comment section, or if you're on Twitch, write in the chat. I'll just take a It's not going to be an actual poll. Just take a quick temperature of what people want to see. Bama, Louisiana Lafayette, which you all know. Arizona LSU is another pick. And the third pick is a 2 versus 7. Crap.
And he's taken down around the 33-yard line.
Ramsey with the tackle at the 33-yard line.
I can't even think of it.
Makes it 1st and 10.
I'm gonna let this thing run for a while. Let me look at. I gotta get across and get my piece of paper that I wrote all this stuff down on.
The defense got some pressure and forced a bad pass.
I think they've been a little bit more aggressive here with their pass rush, and that time it paid off with an incompletion.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 33. Quick throw out to the receiver. They'll bring him down around the 11-yard line.
1st down.
Into the tailback, and he's met in the backfield.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
All right. So I'm back.
At the 16.
All right, here's your 4 choices. And if anybody says Bama Lafayette, you're right. Baylor Cincy is another choice. My choice, Arizona LSU. That would be, if I don't get any votes or there's a tie, that's what we're going with. My other one is Missouri and Wisconsin. That's a 4th choice, and I think that'd be my 2nd choice. So I would definitely go with Arizona LSU or Missouri Wisconsin. The other games I don't expect to be too terribly much. Definitely shying away from the Bama Lafayette game. That's just.
Fires in there, got it, touchdown.
It's going to be worse than this.
He's thrown his 3rd touchdown pass of the game.
What I'm noticing more and more about this guy is he's very patient with the ball.
Now, granted, they did put it within 18, but
What's more amazing than
they only have 6 minutes and
still losing.
23 seconds to win this game.
Ready to kick.
3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns. Or
This one.
2 touchdowns, at least 1 2-point conversion, and a field goal just to tie.
He's to the 20. And he's tackled.
It's one of those things when ESPN's doing those probability to win. It's in the .001, which I really honestly cannot stand that probability to win when they keep throwing the probability to win up there.
He's to the 40.
Oh, my. Oh, he's at the 30, and if he actually was a fast quarterback, that would have been it. That would have been a nice long run for a touchdown. Still a nice long run. Winston, obviously, I wouldn't be taking any chances with him out there, but, why not?
So it's 1st and 10 after the big.
He is very, 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 very important in your plans in this playoffs.
And down he goes.
It'd be interesting to see who they're going to be playing in the next round, whether it's going to be Auburn or UCLA. I mean, obviously the Auburn game would be fun just because it is the 2013 rematch. So that would be interesting. UCLA, there's a lot.
Balls it in as he's pushed
I
out.
think UCLA had a poor showing for the talent that they had this year.
Cap this off with
I mean, the Pac-10 looked like they had a lot of talent. They looked like they had a lot of talent. Obviously, Oregon looked good. Sorry, the Pac-12.
He lost the ball. The offense scoops it up.
It was always interesting. The generation before me kept saying the Pac-8.
They're trying to stop the run.
It's like, why can't you just get with the why can't you just get with what it really is?
Florida State.
It's the Pac-10. And now, obviously, I'm calling it the Pac-10. And It ain't the Pac-10 anymore. It's the Pac-12.
And he adds the extra point. Looks like they're ready for the kick. Nice kick, plenty of distance. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
Boy, this is turning into a shootout here. Now, remember, the last time we saw this offense out in the field, they answered the bell and scored a touchdown. Can they do that now a second time?
They need that one-play touchdown that they had before.
The catch and gets out of bounds.
I mean, they actually need that happen over and over and over again. Then they need their defense to stop over and over and over again.
Before the game, they told me they spend about an hour after every practice perfecting the routes. It sure shows.
And so much for the bowl game jitters. Just a great performance today by this young man.
Oh!
And that wasn't the greatest pass in the world.
That's a big hit there. That's a big hit there.
Getting drilled like that.
I think that was Edwards. I think it was Mario Edwards that got him as he went to throw the ball.
Grabs it and hammered right there.
Right on the tackle at the 32-yard line. That'll bring up 36.
He's scrambling. It's a fumble. The defense.
Oh.
He's got the corner. At the 46. That's a big break for this defense.
Oh, man.
To be getting hit with the turnover bug. They need to hold on to the football.
Both teams are playing out the stretch.
It is what it is.
Get experience for guys who normally don't get in the game and try to avoid injuries.
Now, this is about this. We're back to what we thought it was going to be. Utah did.
He's hit and taken down.
They did bring some excitement to the game, that's for sure. Got to hand it to them.
From the 38-yard.
It'll be interesting to see what they do next year. They've got a good amount of juniors. They probably will be back in the playoffs. And they probably will have a better seeding. They won't have to go up against, the nasty #1 seed next year. At least they should. 501 yards for Jameis Winston, 6 touchdowns. Wow. That's a day, folks.
He scrambled.
Now, obviously, they're going to keep him in because, well, that's what happens.
Second down and 9 to go. Ball on the 24-yard line.
Set. Blue 19. Blue 19.
Actually, right now, looking up Florida State's backup quarterback. I could pause it and look on that roster, but I'm just going to have it. No reason to hold up the game.
And they get nice yardage on that run.
That'll bring up 34.
So it's third down now, and they're going to need about 4.
Sean McGuire. Oh, so he's going to be a senior this year. He was a junior last year. All right. I don't God, that's too damn funny. I completely forgot to finish that Golson. I don't think Golson's actually going to go to a Division I school. There's Rashad Green.
First and goal. This one,
Wonder what the flag's going to be.
so let's check out the penalty.
Clipping.
Offense.
They'll line up for another third down play.
3rd and 1. Anyways, I don't think Golson's actually going to transfer to a Division I school. I do, however, believe if he does transfer to a Division I school, it probably will be Florida State. I don't know why I believe that, but
Quick throw. Touchdown, Seminole. Winston throw for the touchdown.
catch. 5th touchdown catch of the day.
This offense knew that this quarterback, if given time, could hurt them, and sure enough, they gave him the time he needed, and the quarterback delivers for this offense with a big-time throw there for the touchdown.
And he converts the extra point. So a 5-play, 35-yard drive, and it's good for
66-34, folks.
Really nice job of mixing up the play calling on that drive. I thought the defense was on its heels most of the drive because of the versatility of the offense.
And what a game it's been for this quarterback, Kirk.
Well, this is an example of this quarterback just really being able to
Yeah, I love
spirit. And
the poor commenting. This is what a game for this quarterback. Yeah, that's great, dude. They are down 66-34. I don't care if the quarterback's thrown for 1,000 yards on the losing end. It still doesn't matter. I'm not talking about his great day unless they're winning or damn close to winning.
First and 10. Ball on the 48-yard line. A little over a minute in the game. Fires it out. Knocked out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
That's a game 20 on the play. That makes it first and 10.
That's a good showing. I mean, 300, almost 400 yards. He probably will get 400 yards. 3 touchdowns. 1 pick.
Fires out quickly to the tailback. Has some daylight.
And there's his 400 yards right there.
At the 15.
That's good for a gain of 17 yards.
But still,
First
you're losing
First and 10.
by almost double what you have on the board. Nobody has a good game there.
Steps up in the pocket and sacked.
That's the quarterback.
The Utes will use their first time out.
Oh, Utah. The Utes. Timeout. Oh, my. Oh, jeez. Dude, you were down 5 touchdowns. Stop it. Don't call a timeout. Blitz. Good screen. That's when you want to use that blitz. Darby comes up and makes a hit. I'll be.
Screen gets around 6.
Man left, man left.
Go Buffalo.
7 to go. Ball on the 12-yard line.
Got to take that timeout again. Got to make it a game. Get this score. Kick an onside kick. You got it. Yeesh. Is that supposed to be thrown to the umpire's feet? Or the back line judge feet? You don't want to throw to the umpire. That winds up happening exactly what happened in the Rose Bowl.
What a play, and that is first and goal. Flag down, and I'm not sure
Personal
when it
foul.
was thrown. Let's find out.
Now they're clipping after a catch.
That penalty will move them back a bit.
yeah, with so many young guys out there, it's bound to happen occasionally.
So it's 4th down, and the offense is still on the field. 5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun. Wow, what a battle, and what
Oh! And comes up just a couple inches shy.
Not sure about that play call. Man.
All right, just hand this ball off. Do not do any quarterback anything. Just hand the ball off.
Season long, they came up with a
Let's get out of here. There you go. Let's count it down. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
It's 2nd down.
You see Florida State's going to go on to the Outback Bowl to play the winner of the UCLA Auburn. Remember, Mondays and Tuesday nights, I play NCAA. I play these games on live. Bring your popcorn and sit down with me, have a chit-chat, and have fun. All right?
Utah
Have fun, guys.
at today's Player of the Game.